YouTube, what's good? We back again. This time we outside in nature, you know what I'm saying, where I feel the most grounded at. Let's get to it. Day 1 through 7 of semen retention, aka week 1 of semen retention. Remember, on semen retention, men, we are not ejaculating. None of that. So listen to me. Day 1, you're gonna feel motivated. You know how everything goes. You feel motivated, you're ready to go, you're strong, you're gonna do this, you're disciplined. And remember, the quickest way to kill a godlike idea is at the infant stage. Be mindful of that. That's when the devil mostly attacks us. It's at the infant stage because he knows that if he gets us in the beginning, if we get too far out there and we get this consistent streak going, it's gonna be a lot harder to pull us back in his reach. So listen to me. Day 1, you're motivated, you're ready to go. You might have the urges before you go to bed, but you know what? You find a way. You're gonna struggle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna struggle a little bit in terms of going to sleep because maybe you're used to ejaculating before you go to bed. Things like this. This is real. It's valid. Don't feel ashamed because, you know, we're all men. This is how it goes sometimes. Day 1, you're gonna feel like that. Day 2, you're probably not gonna feel the benefits from not ejaculating on day 1, only because this is kind of like vitamins. You know what I'm saying? It's the bigger picture. This is really bigger than you if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? This is your life force. You're playing with your life force right here. So think about it. You may not see the exact benefits going into day 2, but you at least know that you're still mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? You made it. That's a barrier that you need to break, is the fact, a barrier that you need to break, and that's the fact that you made it, day 1. So use that to your advantage, use that. Day 2. Day 2's one of those things where it's just kind of like, okay, I'm in rhythm, now let me keep going. You're still probably gonna struggle to go to bed if you're used to ejaculating before bed, things like that. But you are at least still aware of the power that you had because you went 1 day without it, so you can do it again. You're probably gonna struggle going to sleep, but that's totally normal. I know for a fact with me, days 1 and 2, day 1, I definitely struggled going to bed. It took me like an extra 2 hours just to finally feel sleepy. And I had to read, stay off my phone, things like that. Day 2, it was pretty much the exact same thing. Day 3, pretty much the exact same thing. This is almost the whole entire week 1. But, you know, after about 7 days, you know, your testosterone tends to increase. So let's say we get to day 5 through 7, it's the weekend. Say I started on Monday and I'm around like Friday or Saturday. You are naturally going to feel a little bit irritated, a little bit agitated because you're not used to holding your life force for this long. You get what I'm saying? You're starting to build your testosterone. You know, and you gotta think about this though. Your semen, like your sperm cell, man, it contains all your, like a lot of your minerals, your vitamins, you know, your proteins. So why do you think every time you release, you feel so at ease? But you're not as strong. You get what I'm saying? You're releasing all the things that your body needs. That's why you must hold them. Your skin's gonna glow, your hair's gonna grow, your muscles are gonna seem bigger. You know, water will retain in your body a lot more. You won't be as dehydrated, things like this. Be mindful. Around day 7 is really the time where you're gonna start to notice like your extra energy, your strength. One thing about it though is that your creativity does increase within week 1. The thing about it is you're not using your sexual energy to actually release it this time. You're bringing it back through your body, up through the 33 vertebrae into your brain. You know what you're actually doing? You're using it to spark your creativity. That is what we need. I'm telling you right now, if you can just use this sexual energy and transmute it to spark your creativity, think about it. I was able to finish my book in a day, to write my whole book, all 30 pages in 40 minutes. I already had the idea, the premises, but you know, it took me a whole 2 years just to get back to finishing it. And I started from scratch and finished it in 40 minutes. My book was finished. I was more anxious to go to the gym. My anxiety was starting to calm down. I was able to sleep a little bit more, you know, healthier, more in rhythm and pattern by day 7. I was able to use my creativity to think of new projects, new video ideas, and I usually post these just off the energy, but just the fact that I was able to jot things down, I could journal a lot clearer, I could think a lot better. My decision making was a little bit more rational, and most importantly, I had that confidence because I went 7 days. So you know what I'm saying? I had that 7-day confidence, like, oh yeah, I went a week, let me keep going. Yeah, it's gonna get a little harder because, you know, it's the weekend, there's more temptation, there's more urges. And remember, the Most High does not tempt us. All these urges and all these temptations come, and you know what that is, and it's your job to break them. That's why it's gonna seem a lot harder, especially as you enter the weekend. It's around that first week, and you know, it's a big milestone. Going those 7 days without ejaculating or anything like that, it is a big milestone for a lot of men because a lot of men probably haven't done that in such a very long time. Be mindful of these things. And also on day 7, one of the things that you're gonna notice is that upon feeling this energy, it's almost as if you have too much energy, more energy than what you're used to. So it may be a little hard for you to find ways to release that properly in other ways that don't involve ejaculating. What I mean by that is, you know, you go to the gym, you do your workout, everything's cool, everything's fine, and it's like, damn, why the fuck am I still excited? Why the fuck do I still have all this energy? So you know what you do? You read, you write something, you knock out all your stuff. You start prioritizing things a little bit more throughout the day. This is usually through like day 5 through 7. And the thing is, you still are full of energy. But most importantly though, this is the thing, this is how your body's normally supposed to regulate. We really shouldn't be as tired as we are. Especially the men, you know, we're constantly ejaculating. I know some men have probably done it multiple times a day. I have in the past before too, and that's totally valid, it's totally okay. But you're finally using your life force for what it's meant to be used for, and that's you and your higher purpose. No wonder why you can't sit down. No wonder why you can see the veins popping out of your arms. No wonder why your muscles feel a little bit fuller. You're glowing, things like that. You have the light in your eyes. And there, you know, there's many more benefits as we go down the road. For example, you know, you eventually get the light around the month in your eyes. Your voice tends to get deeper, you know, from the 30 to 60 day range. A lot of things like that. You know, it really hones in. Your hair gets darker, your beard gets fuller, it gets thicker. Millions of things, you know. Think about it though, we're finally not wasting our minerals, we're not losing our proteins. You know what I'm saying? We're really honing that in, bringing it back up through the body and letting that circulate how it should normally. We're a lot more powerful than what we really think. But remember, day 1 through 7 is really gonna, days 1 through 3 are about the hardest. And once you get through 4, 5, 6, and 7, you're gonna be feeling good. But once you get to week 2, that's for another video, but around week 2 is where you really start to feel it. And that's when you're really, you know, you're on that verge where you're like, oh shit, I'm doing good, I'm cruising, I'm coasting. And then you start hitting obstacle. It's like the devil is like, oh shit, this motherfucker think he about to do something. Let me show his ass something. That's how it really goes though, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful and be ready, but keep going on your journeys. More power to the bloodline. Please like and subscribe to the video. Cursebreaker 808 on IG and TikTok as well. Dwayne D. Depp on Facebook. But I really appreciate y'all bringing power back to the bloodline. This is semen retention, things you will notice through day 1 through 7. This is my personal experience. A lot of this is also backed by a lot of other people, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be your own scientist, you know? You gotta figure out what works best for you. How can I use this to my advantage and what type of way? Because we all could retain our seed, but some of us might have to do it differently completely than others. Some of us might have different, you know, effects, results, or things that they notice, things that they're learning about themselves, but we are our own scientists. We have to remember that, be mindful of that, and use that every day. Learn about you. This is what this is all about. But enjoy your day. Power back to the bloodline. Let's get it.